Hello, it is morning time at the moment. I think it's around 9:30. I should really introduce myself. My name is Keira Forsythe. This is my left arm Stumpy, my lifelong companion, and this is our channel. I've so far today eaten a tangerine. For those who don't know, a tangerine or a Weetabix is the Keira special. That's what I live off because I'm wild like that. I know, hold me back. And I've answered some emails. I need to leave the house today just before 12 because I'm driving from the not so sunny North Wales to the probably even less sunny Preston for a prosthetics appointment, which are my favourite. No offence to my other consultants if they see this and they realise their appointments aren't my fave. I love you all equally. So I am going today, I think, to pick up, if not, it's like my final appointment before I pick it up, my latest prosthetic. So I have got, so far I've had two prosthetics. I've had my taekwondo one, which I showed in a previous video, and my first ever prosthetic was a gym arm. So it was basically like an arm with a clamp on the end so that I could lift heavy weights, because like this t-shirt doesn't really help. It is a men's like large. I'm not really that small. So I had that, but when I had my revision or my second amputation, my arm changed in length and width a little bit. So my prosthetic didn't fit correctly. So we had to make a new one. I don't know what colour this is going to be, which I think is the most exciting part. I don't know if that's like a girl thing, but my last one I played it really safe and just got a neutral colour, so I got black. And this time I was like, go wild, like pick whatever colour you want. So it's all been down to my consultant. She is Scottish and my parents are both Scottish, so I could have been sabotaged here and end with like a tartan arm. I know they did like the Scottish flag as well. Would I be mad? No, not really. I'm only wearing it to the gym and be proud of your heritage and all of that. So I don't need to leave until just before 12. So I'm going to answer some emails, do a little bit of uni work because I have an assignment due tomorrow, and so far I've done 250 words. So I should really get on to that. And then I'm going to pack a little picnic because I'm going to be starving. And then, yeah, I'll take you on my little journey with me and take you to my hospital appointment. Normally my parents go with me, which is wholesome, but everyone's working, what can you do? So I will be taking myself there, probably singing Adele the whole way there, because normally if my mum comes in the car with me, she says it's the most depressing thing ever. So yeah, I think I'm going to blast out Adele and sing that the whole way. Clearly I have the voice of Adele. I'm sure my speaking voice just screams beautiful singer, and yeah, I am. So yeah, that's where I'm up to today. You can come along on this journey with me and hopefully you find it as exciting as I do. Will I have a tartan arm? Let's find out. So I'm just about to leave now. I'm sat in my little car. Adele is ready to go. I've packed a little picnic for myself and I've planned it so that I arrive and I've got enough time to eat in the car park. What a life of luxury I live. I've also packed, this is how you know you're a gym rat or a gym lad. This goes with me absolutely everywhere. I don't really leave the house without it. It holds 2.2 litres of water. This is my second one for today, and you can see how low down it is. This could be a mistake because I'm probably going to need the loo at some point. So let's hope I can hold out until my appointment. Because I don't really fancy stopping. None of the toilets are open anywhere anyway, I don't think. So I don't fancy stopping at like Sainsbury's. So let's see how my bladder holds out. What great content. So off I go. I will see you in Preston. So I have just arrived at the hospital. I'm parked in the car park. I feel so weird, but this hospital you have to park in the disabled bay, and I would never park in the disabled bay, so I always feel really guilty. But the whole car park is basically disabled. I'm about to tuck into some vegan sushi. That's as exciting as my life gets. I've also got a little rucksack with snacks. I weighed out some low calorie protein crisps. I know how to sell a product, I know. I feel like one of the reasons I love sushi and like Asian cuisine is chopsticks. Like a one-handed utensil. It was literally designed for me. So I'm just sat in the car park now. I've got to phone them to say that I'm here because of COVID. They like, instead of waiting in the waiting room, they come out to get you. And while I was on my way, my phone kept like pinging, but I obviously wouldn't check my phone while I'm driving. I couldn't even if I wanted to because I've got one hand on the steering wheel anyway. Um, and a cast fetish page has found my Instagram. I literally got rid of one like 2 weeks ago that had been stalking me for months, and I kept blocking them and they kept following me on different accounts. And this looks like a new one again, and they've messaged me on Instagram. They've liked all my photos, commented on loads of them, so I'm about to go through and delete all of those comments. And then they found me on Facebook, sent me a friend request and a message request, and then on their private account have messaged me on Instagram as well. And they've offered to make a cast of my stump, and then they'll pay me to keep it. Like, I'm not a very judgmental person. My stomach's rumbling. I apologise if you can hear that. But that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I've seen many a cast in my time, and I can't say any of them have ever done anything to me other than make me wonder, how did the person get that? So yeah, that's my love life quick summary while we're in the car. That's as peak as it gets right now. I can hear a noise. Oh, it's an ambulance reversing. So yes, I'm going to enjoy this scram now and then hopefully pick up my new arm. I don't know if it's because I eat like fairly low calories, but I just get through food so quickly. I've just eaten all that sushi in approximately 2 minutes, and then I bloat massively after, which I can understand why. As predicted, I need the loo. I've just drank quite a bit of that water, and I can't go into the hospital until my appointment time. So ideal. I mean, we knew it was going to happen. These crisps, by the way, they're like these protein ones, and I think they're new-ish. The only way I can describe them is if you mix like a Dorito style crisp with these Space Raider crisps. He has crisps. Have I just said that wrong? Crisps. He had as a kid. That's the vibe I'm getting. So these are the salt and vinegar, and they're okay. They're no like Monster Munch level. Do you know what I mean? I don't even eat Monster Munch. I don't know why that's what's popped into my head. Maybe I'm craving them. But these are also vegan, which is 10 out of 10. I accidentally bought the wrong crisps last week, and so I didn't check the back because I thought it was the ones I normally get, and it wasn't. And they had milk in them, and I was ill. So these are vegan, so we'll always take that as a little win. So yeah, I've just deleted all of those comments on my photos. I just get such, is it bad to say, weird people messaging me? I get unusual things. I do dread going through my message requests at times, because I don't think since I've had my arm off, my message requests on like Facebook, Instagram have ever been below like 14 or 15 on each, and then like as soon as one goes there's like more, and if I put a post where I hashtag anything like amputee, they roll in, which is so bizarre to me. Like someone messaging me to buy a cast of my arm, you know what I mean? Like, do other people get this? I do ask my amputee friends and my friends who are like born with one arm, and some of them get the odd thing, but I seem to get a lot. I don't know why. Stumpy's clearly got a sex appeal that that I just don't see. um, very strange. Maybe that's how I'll find a future boyfriend. It'll be because of Stumpy. I always say, like, I think it's one of my best qualities. Like, most people are like, oh, I like my legs, whatever. I really like my arm. And I hate when people message me and they'll say, like, oh, despite your arm, you're really pretty. I'm like, thanks for the somewhat compliment, but you didn't really need to put that despite your arm bit. I always think that's a massive red flag. I'm like, boy, bye. Yeah, my dating life's really dry. I can't wait for lockdown to ease a little bit so dating is an option. But even at that, I say that and then I think, can I be bothered? Not really. Like, online is horrific. I was on a dating thing recently and a guy had this like huge puzzle and it was like you had to work it out in order to message him. My brain literally went into like some sort of shock. It shut down within like 2 sequences of the code. I'll see if I can like screenshot and put in here. I sent it to like everyone I know who's like smart, like I would deem like up there. No one had a clue. So yeah, so I will leave you now while I contemplate my love life. Um, and I'll eat these crisps that I've just been like waving around for however long. I've got so long until my appointment. I'm hoping maybe the salt on this dries me up a little bit because I am so desperate for the loo right now. And this stresses my mum out on road trips because I don't really like using public toilets. I think they're disgusting, even outside of COVID times. So I'll try and hold it for as long as possible. But I did go before I left the house, don't worry, Mum. Someone like swerved into me as well, and I had to swerve back out the way. And then he honked me. I was indicating, you just swerved in. Like, the audacity. I do think I do get a little bit of road rage. I'm a very safe, like, I do the speed limit and all of that. And then people just irritate me or they don't follow the rules. And it really gets to me. So Adele was maybe calming me down or she was getting me emotionally riled up. I'm not quite certain. So yeah, I'm going to eat these crisps and I'll see you. So that's me just picked up my arm. Not something many people can say. We went for black again. I think I'm going to get stickers maybe to go on it. I can't really decide. So yeah, so now I'm waiting to see my consultant about another arm. Lose one, get 3. So I've just picked up my new arm. In the end, we went for black because I did say to her that I might look at putting stickers. You can buy like patterned things as well, like there's quite a lot you can do with it. So this is my bag of arms and stuff. So I'll explain at some point in like a gym style video probably how that arm works. I'm so excited to try it out. It's so much more comfortable, is that the right way of saying it, than my old one was. And I was actually in there for quite a while now. I don't even know what time it is, but we were discussing the possibilities of a myoelectric arm, which is the ones that you can move with the movements in your arm. So I've probably shown this so many times before, like I don't know if you can see it, I can move my arm quite a lot. So I think I'm going to be coming up at some point for an appointment to see the technology, how it works with my particular arm. So that's quite exciting. I do love my team at this hospital. And we were also discussing how horrible people are to me about my arm, because people make the most horrific comments and I can't believe some of the terminology is still used. So I think we're going to look at doing a thing where we basically talk to quite a few patients because most of the people at this hospital are amputees. or they've got, I swear it's called congenial, where you were born missing a limb. So I think we're going to try and set up a study where we basically have like an open discussion thing about the sort of stigma and what people feel comfortable to say to amputees. So that's going to be really interesting. I'm glad I brought that up. Because for people who don't know, a big thing for me is that I'm a disability ambassador, and I really want to help break down that stigma because I've seen both sides of it, and I think it's absolutely horrific how people are treated. So that was a successful hospital appointment. I'm so excited to go home and try the arm on the bar. And I did make it to the toilet on time. It was a close call. The first toilet was out of order, and I did think, first time in my adult life, I might not make it, but we did with seconds to spare. So I'm about to put on, I'm kind of feeling Adele again, but I think that might be a bit intense. So I might put on a different playlist and drive home. It is now hours later. I basically drove home. The traffic wasn't too bad. And then I stopped off at my local Boots to pick up some sun cream because who wants premature aging? Not this girl. And then as I was walking back, I noticed that there was something wrong with my car. So I like crawled home because, you know, didn't want to ruin that. And then my dad's just fixed it. I had dinner. I got a little bit sidetracked, and then I had to fill my family in on my exciting day. And obviously listen about their days as well. This sunlight is doing me wonders. I hope this translates on video. But it's like freckle season. My little freckles are coming back, and it's my favourite time of year. I don't wear makeup a lot of time of the year, but especially in the summer, like I just embrace the freckles. So back to what's this video is actually about, my new arm. So I am thinking of decorating a little bit. I don't know whether to do, I can either do stickers or I might try and paint it because it is quite smooth texture, but if I ruin it painting, then I'm stuck with it. So I'm not very arts and craftsy, do you know what I mean? So this is basically my arm. I would love to know how much it weighs, because it is quite heavy. Let me open this. So it comes in two parts. So there's this tubular bit which is carbon fibre. It's really lightweight. It's the same as my last one where it's got a little gap at the bottom because my arm's sort of that shape, so they put a little space so that it's got room to breathe. I wear the same liner as I do with the other one, but we are looking at a different liner that instead of sort of pulling my skin like that, pulls it like that while I'm wearing it. So I'll be excited to see how that technology works because I've no clue how they do it. So we've got this bit which looks really simplistic, but it's not. It's got this little thing at the bottom and this, and you basically like this pushes in and slots across to open and close this. Let's see if you can see the little pegs moving in and out. That locks in and out. So my other part of this arm is this clamp. This is heavy, and it's so hard to explain because the thing as a whole isn't that heavy, but all the weight is at the very end. So on like your bog standard arm, this part would probably be the heaviest, like your hand's probably the lightest part. So it flips it, so it's actually quite difficult. If I was to try and do things like bicep curls with this, I would be holding like the heaviest part at the very end. It's a bit like, you know, when you hold weights out like in a static movement and just hold them in front of you and your arm's shaking, like what is wrong with this? If you were to hold it close to your chest, it's fine. It's kind of like that in the most waffly way you can probably say it. So this clicks in, and now it's locked in place if I push that little thing across. It does rotate. It's not meant to be at this angle. I need to mess about with it really, because I basically get it to the angle that's perfect for me to attach it to a bar. So I mainly use this for deadlifts, like good mornings, is that what they're called? RDLs? So I don't tend to do a lot of other stuff with it other than maybe putting a weight in it if I'm doing lunges and stuff like that. And then this big clamp works as all clamps do. This unravels. I open this up, put the bar or whatever weight inside of it, clamp it back together, and it then holds it in place. I do have another attachment for this that's called like a mushroom, and it's for press ups, but I don't tend to do that because I don't want to damage the end of my bone. But I think there's all sorts of attachments I could get for this arm. I think when we looked, there was like a whole catalogue I could go through. There was things for golf and all sorts. But at the moment, that's all I really need this for. I'll do like gym-based videos at some point where I might wait for the gyms to reopen so I've got a range of equipment to show. But this has helped me so much with balancing my back. So I hope you enjoyed coming on the little prosthetics journey with me. It looks like going on quite a big prosthetics journey. So yeah, that's really exciting. And then I'm so excited that I mentioned about the general public sort of view on amputees and the comments that have been made to me, because my consultant was there at the appointment today. I do love him to pieces, and he basically said they might do a sort of study with other patients there and see whether there needs to be that sort of study helps change like training, stigma, all of that sort of thing. So I'm really excited I brought that up. So yeah, that was my little day. I hope you enjoyed hearing about my dire love life, my arm. And if anyone has any suggestions of whether I should sticker this or paint it, design ideas, colour ideas, hit a girl up. Because I'm the least creative person ever. My sister is really good at painting, but I don't know whether I'm going to be able to bribe her to do it. It might take a bit of, oh my god, what's the word? My brain's just gone. I also need to do a uni assignment. But I'm very tempted to leave it till tomorrow, which is the day it's due, which is what I do every single time. But my motto is work smart, not hard. Hope you're proud, Mum, if you're watching this. If my tutor's watching this, they're going to be fuming. But I still do all right at uni, but I just don't see the point of doing it for weeks in advance. That is the right way to do it. Kids out there, do it the proper way. It does stress me out a little bit on the last day, but I'm going to leave it again till the last day. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for me, Stumpy, drop them in the comments below. Any video suggestions, please do put them down below. I'm sorry it's been a while since I last posted. I did record 2 like vlog style days and then I wasn't happy with them. And I've got another video I want to do, but I wanted to sort of break it up so it's not all sit down videos. Because I think vlogging and showing how I do things like cooking and stuff will be very interesting. Because I'm still learning how to do a lot of that. And I think a more in-depth one of how I actually drive, I need to find a way to prop the camera, because I sort of forgot how to explain how I do things like air conditioning, indicator, and all of that stuff. I sort of glazed over all of that in my how-to video. So yeah, I will love you and leave you, as my mum would say. And thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if this is the sort of thing you're into. And if you've got a cast fetish, please leave my page.